You guys found ways to score a lot of different ways. How diverse do you think your offense was, and just how valuable do you think that is?
Very valuable. We always harp on how much versatility we have just with our bunt for hits, our squeezes. We just create chaos on the base paths, and many teams can't handle our speed. So it's just exciting that we don't have to focus on one thing, like hitting the long ball or hitting gap shots to score runs. So it just takes pressure off your shoulders to be able to do different things to get runners in.
One of those different things was hitting a long ball today too. I mean, so you still have that in your arsenal as well. So it's not just chaos on the base paths. Sometimes you just get to jog around the base paths.
Yeah.
So again, how much do you think those things complement each other, and how hard can that make it on an opponent?
Very hard. Trying to put myself in opponent's shoes, I don't think I would want or know where to play them. Knowing that certain people in the lineup can hit the long ball or bump for hits, you don't know where to stand, you don't know where to go. Just creates havoc, and it creates you to think, and just creates chaos.
What did you see on that home run hit? I mean, coming up to the plate as a pitch hitter, what did you see? How did you feel kind of heading up to that moment?
The game kind of slowed down for me. It felt slow motion. The ball kind of looked like a beach ball for me. After I let the first one go, I was like, dang. I should have gotten that one, but luckily she hit the same spot. But I think it was learning to just kind of calm myself and just take it pitch by pitch instead of I think the old KK, after I let that first one go, I would have been like, dang, that was my one. But I think now I've matured and knew that I'm a good enough hitter that I can make up for taking that one pitch.
Speaking of your maturity, but being able to come off the bench in that moment, capitalize on the opportunity, can you just kind of speak to, old KK, and talking to you, wouldn't have been comfortable doing that? You're mature now and you were able to capitalize on it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely old KK would probably be sulking just that I wasn't starting, but I think me now, it's understanding my role, understanding that it's a team game, so-and-so is going to be performing, and I just have to fill my role as a good teammate. I've just taken pride kind of being loud in the dugout. I'm loud on defense, so being able to translate that into the dugout even with them on defense. So I think it's just really understanding my role and understanding that when my time is up, I'm going to be ready. So.
How important is that role, not only for you, but of course for this team as you guys get ready for Pac-12s and regionals and super regionals, that even though some might not be getting the time that you may want to, you know that you have a role to play, and those moments are going to come where you have to step up?
I think it's huge. I think understanding that it takes everybody. It's not just the starting 9 that are playing or whoever's in the lineup. It's not just them. It takes everybody. We are a very energetic team, so when we're not that's when we're okay, what's going on? Where's everybody at? So I think one thing I always go back to is last year in Arkansas. You felt together as a team. We kind of always harped on that this year is just take it inning by inning. We need everybody. Everybody stay together. You see us all in the front of the dugout kind of huddled, and it's always crammed, but that's just how we play our best games.
You guys were able to capitalize on the opportunities today and pass the bat. There's some of the moments that you guys haven't been able to have led to the most heartbreak. Could you speak to what you guys have learned from those previous instances where you didn't capitalize, and how you guys capitalized on that today?
I think kind of what I said earlier is just taking it inning by inning and kind of slowing the game down. I think sometimes when games even today, it felt like the game was done like that. The old team, old us in the beginning would kind of feel speed up, so we would get tense and kind of feel our tightness in our shoulders and stuff. But I felt us really mature as a team, and just kind of being able to take a deep breath, being able to reconnect with each other and kind of find different ways in our own team way, I guess, to slow the game down. So we'll literally be coming in to hit, and we all take a deep breath all together, and that's just our reset. And another thing we've been harping on is neutral thinking, not letting ourselves kind of be in this roller coaster and kind of just staying in a stagnant up place.
What has the last week been like for you? Because I know the IE bond there is a little bit different for you and Hannah compared to the rest.
Yeah. It was very hard. I played against Hannah all my career as a softball player, so it's kind of seeing the way that it happened. It was hard. Even them shouting today, I was crying. It was just I can't imagine like your season just ending like that. But to see her so powerful and so strong and so happy and like happy to be with us, like it just shows who Hannah is. Like I feel like a lot of other people's in her shoes would kind of feel like torn down and like obviously she's sad, but just to see her be so happy to be with us just fills all of us with joy.
Anything else for KK?
A little bit last weekend and today, you've gone back to playing first base. You spent most of the season at second base. Where do you feel like you're the most comfortable?
Either or, honestly. I think the past 2 years being at first, I had to readjust coming in to play first and then had to relearn second. So it's all fresh in my mind. It's like just going back to what I'm used to, basically. Honestly, don't feel a difference. I'm very comfortable in both. It's kind of just knowing where to be, like knowing where to stand, knowing who I can be up in the face with and who I can't. I need to learn to back off. So, but I feel pretty good in both.